Hi, welcome to Pace TV. I'm your host, Angel Alvarez. Today's show is about something that affects over 1 million people here in the United States, Parkinson's disease. Our show today is about a group that uses choral singing to help people with Parkinson's keep up their verbal skills and physical strength. To help us understand this work is Karen Hesley, the president and founder of a group called San Diego Tremble Clefs. Welcome, Karen.
Thank you, Angel.
What is the guiding force behind Tremble Clefs? I mean, where did the idea come from?
The guiding force really is, I guess, attributed to the initial motivation that we started the group because of the vocal symptoms of Parkinson's. And those may include low volume, just a very quiet voice. It could be a hoarse, breathy quality of voice, and also just reduced articulation, just less intelligibility. So it makes for conversation very difficult, and it makes it's an isolating factor too, because people just don't get out there and socialize and enjoy themselves and lead normal lives. So the vocal symptoms of Parkinson's really were what initiated the whole idea of voice therapy. And the singing is not formal, structured voice therapy. It doesn't take the place of speech therapy, because that's really a very separate entity. But it was the original reason that we started the singing. So it uses the voice.
Okay, now how has this idea evolved? Now I understand that the three groups that are here in our area in San Diego are not the only ones, that there are groups in other parts of the country?
Correct. Actually, it started in Arizona a long time ago, and now there are 3 very strong groups in Arizona. We have 3 here in San Diego County. There's a very impressive program in Orange County, there's one in Walnut Creek, there's one in Spokane, Washington. Some of them are not Tremble Clefs per se. They are singing for Parkinson's, or singing therapy for Parkinson's people. And there's a program in Florida, there's one in Boston, in New York, in Brooklyn. So it's pretty much widespread at this point.
So is Tremble Clefs, I want to say like a franchise, but is that the idea behind Tremble Clefs? Is that you get a charter, or can you just start a group and call yourself Tremble Clefs of Broken Knuckle, Mississippi, or whatever? Or?
It's a little messy, because we have copyrighted the name and the some other things, the logo, our tagline, fighting Parkinson's one song at a time. But we're kind of still a burgeoning organization, and we're not well organized across the country. We're very well organized here in San Diego County with our 3 groups. But no, several of the other programs are their own 501c3 charities,
Okay.
As are we. But no, there is not a central organizing, factor for the whole country.
Okay, now you talked about the singing, and when we have interviewed other people about Tremble Clefs, what are some of the advantages of singing in a group? People said, well, I can feel comfortable, I can come and sing, and I don't have to worry because I don't have the best voice, because other people carry me, and it's like all of us are legends in our own showers, kind of thing. So is that important, and is that a big part of what you're trying to do for these people, is to give them the confidence to?
It's an interesting question, because as I said, it began really from a therapeutic point of view, that this singing could really help people manage their vocal symptoms. But it's turned into something even bigger than we ever envisioned. And part of it is just the camaraderie and the friendship and the sense of community that people feel when they come in. That's just one of the maybe secondary benefits. But we've also done a lot with movement to music, and that's kind of a natural combination. So that brings people in as well. Parkinson's is a movement disorder, and that's part of the definition. So, to match it up with music and singing is just a natural connection. So, that's part of it too. People come and enjoy that aspect. You know, I think to actually just pinpoint a single goal is almost misinterpreting the program. So, there are ways that we reach out to the community as well. That's another aspect of the program. And I think overall, I could talk on about all these various secondary goals and benefits, but having fun is just one of, I think, the outstanding, qualities of what we find in Tremble Clefs. And we had one of our original members, I'll always remember, said, Tremble Clefs is fun, but having fun with Parkinson's is not always easy. So it really just allows this factor of, kind of letting down, doing something that's good for you, but also giving back to the community. We do performances so that people feel really like they're giving something to the rest of the world. And we present Parkinson's I feel that we present Parkinson's in a positive light. We show the abilities of people with the talents, the capabilities of people, and as opposed to the disability. We don't focus on that. As well, that's true in our rehearsals as well. There's a lot of support. People come because they feel comfortable. It's a good space. It's a safe space. But people, support each other. But they also, the focus is not on the Parkinsons. The focus is on the music and the singing. So it kind of pulls people out of that whole aspect. I'm not sure if I'm answering your question exactly, but there's so much more to it, and it's not what we originally really envisioned. But there's a lot that goes on that people come for different reasons. A lot of people have, some for the movement, some for the therapy, some for the the camaraderie, some because they can join with their spouse or their care partner. That we bring everybody in that together. So yeah, it's kind of a multifaceted program.
Okay, so it's not limited to just people that have Parkinson's. So they have a caregiver, or they have a spouse, or they have someone who's helping them manage the outside world, whatever their conditions are. Then those people are all part of the group too, or can be a part of the group if they so choose.
Absolutely.
Okay. And then they can help the person at home with the exercises and repeating what Matt goes through here weekly.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Correct.
And you do outside performances and things with the group other than just meeting once a week?
Oh yes, yeah. I think the performance aspect has made it the kind of program where we can reach out to the community. We can raise public awareness about Parkinson's, and we sing. Pre-COVID times, we sang everywhere. We sang for veterans groups, we sang for nursing homes, we sang for community centers and church groups, and now we're being very careful to try only to perform outdoors. Last week we sang at Liberty Station, the public market. But the performance aspect has added so much because, as I said before, we can give back to the community and we present Parkinson's in a very different light than probably the general public understands it.
Okay, now you mentioned that Tremble Clefs is a 501c3, which means it's a nonprofit. Do you need volunteers, or can you use volunteers? Would volunteers be beneficial to what you're doing, and if so, what would they do?
Absolutely. We are a 501c3 nonprofit. We are run by a volunteer board of directors, a very small board of directors at this point, made up of some people from our singing groups and helpers, people with Parkinson's. We also are dependent on donations from friends and family and the greater community. And we have committee work. We have events that we need help with. We are actively looking to recruit new singers as well. So the word is out there. We use our website to collect donations and also to ask for helpers, people to join our committees. We have a marketing committee. We have a program operations committee. And we do need, we're actively recruiting right now. In fact, we're running a recruitment campaign for all those kinds of jobs. We need help, there's no doubt about it.
Okay, what would you like people to know most about this program?
Well, I think the fact that we are initially and probably first and foremost a therapy program. And like I said, it doesn't take the place of speech therapy, but it is to address the symptoms of Parkinson's. Also, I think the whole idea that people are there because they want to be there, and that's what I call still the fun factor. If it weren't fun, nobody would come. So, that's a very important aspect. And I think the other part is that everybody with Parkinson's is different. Every progression of the Parkinson's is different. And if I've learned anything over these many years, it's, I've met probably several hundred people with Parkinson's, and that has become clear. There seems to be something for everybody in this kind of a program, and we tailor it, purposely that way so that everybody can feel comfortable. It's a support system, but it's not just a support group, and it's ongoing. We meet weekly. Each one of the 3 groups in San Diego County meets every week in different locations. So, we're really trying to expand and accommodate, just to give people what they need and to change with the times. We certainly had to be flexible, during the last couple of years. And still, we're living in a very unpredictable state of mind.
That's for sure.
So I think that's the essence of Tremble Clefs, is to, the joy of singing certainly can't be, undermined. That comes with the territory. But also to just understand the individuals and what they're going through.
Karen, what does the future look like for San Diego Tremble Clefs? How do you see this going forward?
We are running a recruiting campaign, and we're trying to expand each group, trying to bring in new singers, and we're also trying to expand to other parts of the county. South County, I think, would be a place that we could be very helpful.
Okay, Karen, so now we're going to talk to Rick Ankrum, who is the, whatever you want to call it, je ne sais quoi, for the San Diego Tremble Clefs, who does all the social stuff, who's director, manager, the grand poobah, whatever you want to call him, of Tremble Clefs here.
Primarily for this North Inland group.
For this North Inland group. Okay.
Yeah.
Again, we thank you very much.
Pleasure.
Welcome, Rick. Appreciate your being here with us. We just got a few questions for you, because you're in a different situation because your wife has Parkinson's. So you're here as a support for her as well as the rest of the group that's here.
Thanks for having me, Ernie. We do include spouses as well as the care partners, and there are no requirements for performance levels with the voice or anything else like that. We definitely would like to have as much participation as possible, and we get the benefit to the individuals is the socialization within our group, sharing ideas, treatments, problems between the Parkinson's folks and care partners as well.
As the disease progresses, then you have people that you can look to say, how do I deal with this, Rick? And then you're there to give advice for people that are struggling with things you've already gone through, so that you can help them as well.
Right.
So it's not just come and sing songs.
It works in conjunction with Parkinson's support group that we hold in these same facilities here as well. And one of the traits with a Parkinson's patient is that their voice becomes very weak over time. And so the voice therapy definitely helps strengthen that voice. But with the motion that we add, movement, now they're multiplexing, the brain has to work a little bit harder, and research has shown that things like gait, and posture. Those will also improve. Balance is another area. Those are improvements that can take place as a result of singing and moving with the song simultaneously.
What are the benefits to the exercises? And all of it is just to help these people as they progress with the disease maintain as much as they can of what they have and not just go home and sit and then just continue to get worse without doing anything.
Yes, and a typical Parkinson's person that we visualize when we talk to people about Parkinson's is of the person moving slowly, looking down, stooped over, shuffling their feet. And so the whole idea with Tremble Clefs is to get them erect and taking big steps and moving just much better in addition to the voice strengthening.
Have you noticed your wife doing differently since you've been part of this group? I mean, I don't know where she was in the progression of the disease for her, but do you see things differently since you've been part of that? Because you're one of the ones that started this group originally.
Yeah, her voice has not declined.
Okay.
She's had Parkinson's for about 5.5 years now, and we see that Tremble Clefs even carries over into the home in that we may be singing discussions at home to each other. Honey, I'm going to the garage, la la la, and some singing a response back to me as well. So
Wow.
it is the other clue that we use is use your big person's voice. And if you notice at Matt's rehearsal today, one of the things that he was trying to emphasize is let's really open our mouths up wide. The more our mouth is open, the more volume that we're going to have. And some of the Parkinson's people talk about when we ask them to raise their voice, they feel in their own mind that they're actually yelling, whereas they're just at normal volume for speech. So it's a good exercise for them to realize that they need to raise their volume so that it does feel like it's yelling so that other people can hear them.
Right. So you're really not up here. You're really down here, and we want you to get up here somewhere. So
exactly.
Keep pushing it and keep doing it.
Yeah.
It's a marvelous thing, and in the couple of times that I've been to watch, it's amazing the voices and the quality of the singing. I expected nothing like what I've heard. I really truly expected, because knowing what Parkinson's does to the body and does to the voice and everything, I thought I'd hear a lot more quavery, wavery voices, however you want to say it, and I'm not. These people are singing out loud and strong, and they're good.
Our members, thank you so much for that. Our members look forward to being here, releasing the endorphins, and it's dopamine receptor problems is at the heart of Parkinson's. And this is really one activity where they can increase the dopamine in their brain and just go home and have had a joyful day.
And just kick it loose and enjoy themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
That's incredible. Rick, we thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
For your time and for all that you are doing for these people. It's incredible. And now we'll call in Matt, our choral director, and we'll have a chat with him and see what he's got to say.
Okay.
So we thank you very much.
Thanks.
Good. How many people are involved in this group? Because I noticed on the video that you still had 6, 9, 10 people.
Right,
on
at
Zoom,
home.
so-
Mhm. I would say this is just one of our chapters. Our Rancho Bernardo chapter, I would say, is about 20 to 30 strong in person, with maybe 10 logging in from home to get the full experience.
Okay. Now, so there's this one, which is in Rancho Bernardo. There's 3 groups, right?
Yes, there's
and
3
you're the choral
chapters.
director for all 3?
Yeah.
Okay. And for all 3 groups, how many people are there? you
Oh,
think?
combined, Ooh, well, I send my messages out to roughly 100 people, whether they're logging in from home or coming in person. But yes, we're trying to build up again.
Okay, good. Thank you for your time.
Well, thank you.
Keep up the good work.
Thank
This
you.
group is amazing, absolutely amazing.
I was active playing music around North County for quite some time, but never truly happy with it. The things I looked most forward to was the folk circles, where people just get together and play songs that they enjoy, and we go around in a circle. I never felt more at home outside of my home than I do with Tremble Clefs. I get to participate. I even get people to even listen to me, which is kind of scary. But all in all, this is a place I can call home.
What I like most about Tremble Clefs is the caring community that it develops and supports for the people who attend the meetings. It's a great way to learn, to meet new people that are addressing the same issues that I might be addressing. Even though Parkinson's disease is a unique experience for each individual, the Tremble Clefs allows us to share these unique experiences, but also common experiences to learn from and learn about. When I get up in the morning and know that there is a Tremble Clef meeting that afternoon, I get a smile on my face because it's a lot of fun to go to, and it makes you feel good. It's a great way to socialize, and I have my second big smile when I'm leaving because I know there's going to be one next week.
I'm Maureen Ceccarelli. I've had Parkinson's for 9 years. I love Tremble Clefs. It makes me happy. I love singing and performing, and Tremble Clefs gives me the opportunity to sing with a group of dedicated, fun people. I'm not even that good of a singer. I don't read music, but they love me anyway. They let me come, they welcome me with open arms, and Tremble Clefs helps me with my anxiety and with some of the symptoms I have as a Parkinson's person with Parkinson's. And one of the things is rigidity and tremor, and I feel like Tremble Clefs has helped me immensely.
And I've been a Tremble Clef for at least 10 years, and I've been on every committee there is to do. I'm pretty active in promoting Tremble Clefs, and it's the funnest thing I do in my life. It's first of all, we get to sing, and singing improves our voice because Parkinson's attacks the muscles of your body, and every muscle can get stronger by being exercised, and so our voice needs to be exercised, and we get good exercise with the Tremble Clefs. And in addition to that, when we finish learning songs that are fun to sing, we go and entertain people that are less fortunate than us. We don't just sit around and say, oh, poor me, I got Parkinson's. We go out and bring a brighter day to some people who wouldn't normally enjoy that. So, and then the other thing we provide is fellowship. People with Parkinson's tend to go home and stay alone, and they kind of don't get along with other people, and then they feel reluctant with that maybe they did something or they don't deserve to be with other people. But at any rate, getting out with other people is wonderful. It's like Sesame Street out there. There's all kinds of people that are further ahead than you and your disease progression, or further behind, and you can either help someone who's further behind, or you can be helped by people ahead of you. when it comes time to perform, after we've learned our songs, we perform for people like people in homes, veterans associations, just the public at large.
Let's twist. Come on, baby. Let's do the twist. Come on, baby.
Well, I think that the people who hear the performances really seem to enjoy them. I think with the singing, it's more of a connection where you feel like you're helping them to rise above their daily challenges.
It's good to get your best Santa. Oh.
That's the whole point of this whole thing, is taking care of each other and serving each other.
It's people coming together for the joy of making music and for the power that the group brings. It's so much a communal effort. I mean, people can do something in this group that they could never dream of doing otherwise.
With a wing,